warranty that is that Dalworth's a part of, and what it means when somebody buys carpet, especially applies to carpeting. Uh, when they buy a carpet from us, say they're supposed to have their carpet cleaned every so often to keep it in warranty. My flooring warranty is carried out by, and we can let Clark explain this a little bit better, honestly, but it's carried out through Dalworth. We register our customers with them, and they send them a notification. Like if they buy a Stainmaster, we tell them what kind of product it is, and they Stainmaster requires like a 24-month cleaning regulation. Mohawk requires something like an 18-month regulation cleaning by a professional, and some of the others might require something a little bit different. What they do is they send the owner at the house a reminder email. Hey, it's time to get your carpet professionally cleaned to keep it in warranty.
That's a service
Theril's
we
got to
pay
sell
for.
it better. We can sell it better.
I do have to sell it better.
We
We're
pay
gonna
for
we're
it.
gonna let that's why he's here.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you caught me off guard. I was thinking about a bunch of other different stuff. But the long and the short of it is that when they purchase from us, this is the thing. We give them a reminder, and plus when they sign up with us, they have give a 1 year spot and spill warranty. If they get a spot on their carpet and they can't clean it out themselves, they can call Dalworth, and Dalworth will come out and clean it at no charge.
No charge. Yeah.
That's a pretty big deal. Now,
Tex, are you ready?
We are live, and I am ready when you.
All right, here we go.
Is this okay?
Yes. Yes.
Let's turn these on. Hold on. Okay. We're on.
We see it.
3,
Yep.
2, 1. Welcome to the second show tonight. This is the Floors to Go Texas show. I'm your host, Willie Lambright, alongside with Theril Williams, 40 years in the business, the flooring business. How you doing, Theril?
very well, sir. Thank you.
We got one heck of a show put together for
really
you,
do.
our listener, tonight. And I'll tell you, friend, if you'll stick around with me to the end of the show, you'll learn a lot about flooring. Welcome to the studio, Dana.
Thank you for having me this evening.
We have a special guest live in the studio, Mr. Clark Lovren.
Yes, sir.
You are the general manager for Dalworth Cleaning.
That's right.
Yeah, we're going to talk all about that. We want to welcome our Facebookers, all the folks on YouTube and Twitch. And remember this, friend. A room without a rug is like a kiss without a hug. When you say that and you go over to 5212 Airport Freeway in Haltom City, you're going to walk in and say hi to Dana or hi to Theril, and they're going to give you a free 8x10. It's about $600 to $800 value. I still think Theril has a fever. But go check them out at 5212 Airport Freeway and get your free rug by saying a room without a rug is like a kiss without a hug. 817-710-7030. Guys, let's start talking some carpeting, cleaning. What's my flooring warranty?
Well,
You walk into your store, it's sitting there.
yes.
Talk
we
about
got
it.
we got a little brochure about it. Well, first of all, let me properly introduce Clark, who is with Dalworth, and Dalworth is a company who's been in the business in the Dallas-Fort Worth area for over 40 years.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, 40 years.
I see them all over the place.
And they are the number one company to go to when it comes to cleaning floors. I have a personal story about that Clark doesn't know. I want to tell it soon, but Clark is the general manager there, and he's been the general manager there for 15 years. He knows he knows a lot about cleaning that I haven't even thought of. And so what I'd like to do is tell a little secret story. I just now thought of this, honestly. Years ago, when I was a factory rep, we had 2 markets a year, and they're held right over here at the Dallas World Trade Center. And we had a showroom. I was working for a carpet manufacturer, and we had white carpet on the floor. Don't ask me why the boss decided to put white carpet on the floor, but as you can imagine, we're drinking coffee and Cokes, and just imagine white carpet.
Wine.
And when I started with that company, I was there 5 years. And when I started with that company, some brother-in-law was doing the cleaning. You know, he had his own little equipment. He would come up there and he would clean the stuff, and he would get the thing pretty clean. Except we had a pathway back, to the back room, a trail to the coffee pot, right? And every year, I promise you, every 6 months, we get the same guy to clean the floor, and this was his pat answer. Well, I got the whole floor pretty clean, except I just couldn't get these spots off, whatever they are. You know, he didn't know if they were coffee or Coke, whatever. So this thing rocked along for about 2 years, and finally this guy was, I don't know, he was AWOL. We couldn't find him, and we were in a panic. And I think I said, why don't we call Dalworth? You know, and somebody called Dalworth and got them up there, and they got there in a jiffy, cleaned the deal, and those spots that this other cleaner guy couldn't get off for the last 2 years, they were gone.
Yeah.
You couldn't even tell where they were. And I'm sorry, I'm not even making this story up. This is a true story. And this is back in the 80s. This is back in the mid-80s, and it's like, dude, I'm never calling anybody else. That's it. You know, that's it.
You guys do a My Flooring warranty, which is tied in with Dalworth, correct?
Yes, it is.
All right,
Yes.
explain that.
Well, when you come to Floors to Go, Texas, and you buy carpet from us, let's say, it is a warranty. It's for protecting your home investment, your carpet. A lot of people don't know exactly when to clean the carpet, and they don't remember exactly how to clean the carpet. And if I told them, if they just bought their house, and if they just bought their carpet yesterday, and I told them, they're going to forget everything I told them in the last 2 years, when it goes to keep it in warranty 18 months or 2 years from now. And so the beautiful part about My Flooring warranty is that Dalworth sends you a little email reminder that says, hey, it's time to clean the carpet. And plus there's a 1 year spot and spill warranty that comes with that, that in the very first 12 months that my customers buy carpeting from me, if they get a spot on their floor, their brand new carpet, whatever it is, white carpet and all, and they can't get that spot off, all they do is call Dalworth. Dalworth will come out, clean that spot, and no questions asked, and no charge.
No cost.
For the first 12 months, and no cost to the customer. Now that's
Clark, I think you're running a fever now.
I know, it sounds like there's something going around here.
Now that's skimming over the top. I'm really going to turn it over to Clark with that and say, tell me a little bit more in depth.
That's it. A customer comes to Theril's place and they buy some new carpeting. They just have to register with him. That's how we know that they made that purchase. And then he makes us aware of that, and we'll send them an email just saying, hey, we know you purchased your carpet there, and you've got this 1 year benefit from Dalworth, and we will literally go out there and work on spots or spills on their brand new carpet at no charge.
You know, I see your trucks all around the Dallas Metroplex.
Yeah, been around a long time.
Yeah. Now, in the effort to enforce knowledge, which is what your show is all about, Theril, if you spill on carpet, you don't go get a wire brush. You don't put Comet on it. You blot it, right?
Sure.
All right.
Exactly.
With water,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Blot
boil
with water
first.
is the first line of defense.
Right. And Dana, Miss Shy Dana, just wrote me a note to remind me to tell the listening audience, this My Flooring warranty does not cost them a dime.
Yeah, I was going to ask
It's
you
not
that.
we don't add this on to the sale. This is at no cost to our customers. This is free of charge.
Yeah, that's what you get when you go to Floors to Go, Texas. I tell you, you need to put this on your speed dial. It's 817-710-7030. Again, 817-710-7030. You can go to floorstogotexas.com. And by the way, Theril has 40 years in the business. I call him Floripedia. He's forgotten more than I'll ever know when it comes to flooring. If you want to email him directly, which is real easy, you got something on your mind, go email him, radio@floorstogotexas.com. Did I say that right?
You did.
Wow, I did it right. Amazing.
Let's get back to Clark and
Yeah.
talk some more about proper cleaning, because they do a lot more, and we'll get into it in the next segment. They do a lot more than just clean carpet. But I had a cleaning question here that, if you don't mind, I'm going to ask you, Clark.
I'm ready.
Okay. Why is Dalworth better than renting a machine at the grocery store or the big box store and cleaning it yourself?
Well, that's an interesting question. We get asked that all the time, actually. And the quick answer is, the machines we use cost about $15,000 to $20,000. as opposed to a couple $100 machine that you're going to find in a grocery store. And so these are big, expensive, fancy machines that are designed to do a spectacular job. So that's the biggest difference. The second big difference is going to be the person doing the work. We fix problems all the time. So somebody took something that would have been an easy fix, and because they worked on it, they've now made it a very hard fix. And so those do-it-yourself things, they don't often turn out the way you expect, and they actually create problems. And then the third big reason is it's hard work. So a lot of people aren't prepared for that. You can get in there, maybe work on a little spot, okay, but once you start talking about rooms, it's going to be very physically demanding.
Do your guys come in, Clark,
Yep.
and move furniture in order to hit all that carpet,
Whatever
or
the
do you
customer
require
wants.
the homeowner to do that?
No, whatever the customer wants. We can do all that, or
Nice.
just open areas, whatever they want us to do. We are happy to do it.
Yeah.
So to keep their warranty, it must be professionally cleaned. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's by the manufacturers. The
Okay.
manufacturers require a hot water extraction method, right? That's the term that's used, but a lot of people call that steam cleaning. So that's why we usually do steam cleaning. It's what all these carpet manufacturers require.
Mm-hmm. Once the steam cleaning is done, do you have to open the windows and let it breathe, or is it done?
No,
Dry.
well, we actually offer a service we call it dry steam, where the carpet is literally dry enough for use right after we're done.
Wow.
So that's a service we do offer, but most of the time it's going to be dry within about 4 to 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And days like today, where it's a little bit humid outside, it might take a little longer, but in
Yeah.
general, it just takes a few hours.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. When you hear these horror stories about days of drying time,
Mm-hmm.
here's what I always like to say: the reason we put water in the carpet is to make dirty water, and then you got to suck that back out of there to get all the soil out, right? That's why you're doing that. So whenever you have really wet carpet, that means that the person cleaning didn't get the water out, which means they didn't get the dirt out,
Uh-huh.
and then you're gonna have problems.
And probably wool carpet is a little bit better.
Yeah, wool carpet's another challenge, but that's why we have these big expensive machines to get all that water out of there and to get all the dirt out. Works
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, yeah.
So let me ask the second question, kind of like the follow-up. What's
Before you do that,
Yes.
they're jumping up and down in the background. I got to go to break.
Oh no!
Right? This is the Floors to Go Texas show. By the way, a room without a rug is like a kiss without a hug. You got to go out there and get your free rug, $600 to $800 value, 5212 Airport Freeway, 817-710-7030. When we come back, more with Dalworth. You know it, friend. We'll be back in a Willie Scotia.
Okay,
Alright.
so,
Oh, I was-
I'm gonna ask this other question, which was, you
yeah,
know,
that's a good one.
Yeah.
what separates Dalworth from the other cleaning companies? Don't they all just work out of a truck anyway?
Mm-hmm.
Chuck in a truck?
Chuck in a truck.
And I know he's gonna tell us why.
That's a good first segment.
Yeah.
It went fast.
I looked up, you were about to start talking. I'm sitting at 11 minutes over here. Wow.
11 minutes.
Clark is smooth and quick,
Yeah.
right?
Very good.
So you don't necessarily move beds, and you just clean around them.
We'll move beds. It just depends on how big the bed is.
Well, do you recommend when you have it cleaned to move everything out?
No, depends on why you're having it cleaned. Yeah,
Get
so-
rope and pulley system,
Yeah.
pull it to the top of the roof.
I can imagine. No, I'm kind of making up this imaginary thing, but if in a living room, I would guess that they would move the furniture more so than any other room, only because Mrs. Jones, one week will say, I want the couch over here,
That's where you
and
live.
then
Yeah.
a month later, let's put the couch over there and the chair over there. So you're going to need to clean the entire area
Yes.
more so than where
Yeah, you don't want to.
bedrooms are smaller, and sometimes there's only a good one placement. No,
I have this visual in my mind, and I know, but I go and I look at big box stores, and I've actually gone through the flooring department and saw what happens when you ask for assistance. 2 out of 3 times I get nobody's in there, and I get a code 50. Somebody go to the flooring department and help this guy, right? But while you're doing that, there's a guy sitting on this machine that's got a light going. And he's driving down. I had this visual. That's how the big, expensive carpet cleaning is. They drive it in. So anyway,
Before we go back, I want to. to protect Clark, these chairs will throw you. So
Okay.
if so if
Yeah,
you,
they-
Sitting close to Theril, so I can hold on.
Right.
Yeah, they'll
So-
buck you off.
And look in the monitor there every
yeah,
now and then,
we
just make sure you're in the
make
TV.
sure we're all
All
in
right.
And
How
we
we
want
doing?
we want to thank all our audience already. We've only gone one segment. We're already over 70 folks. So
Nice.
Yeah.
This is
Several
the
likes.
largest first.
So we're going to
first
continue
segment.
with carpet cleaning, right?
Yes, and we're going to get into the other things that they do clean, but we're going to kind of
70-30.
Yes, sir. I got it.
Roger that, Marine.
Let's thank our listening audience online right now, and if you like what you're seeing, please press the like button and the subscribe button as well, so that you can get notified when we all go live each week.
Absolutely, absolutely. And for those of you that are watching on Facebook Live, if you have any cleaning questions about anything in your house, because Dalworth can clean literally any surface in your home or commercial property. Please type those questions in here, because if you're thinking about it, probably somebody else is thinking the very same thing. And we're going to get into some stuff that a lot of people didn't realize they can do, because we had a personal incident and I didn't know they could do something. I went, wow, I didn't know that.
That's a wow, I didn't know that. Okay, here we go. Right? 3, we ready? Good? 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Floors to Go Texas show this Saturday night. And before we continue, I want to thank you, our listening audience, for joining us each Saturday night here as this great company brings you knowledge throughout the Dallas Metroplex on any type of flooring issues. Tonight we're talking about carpet. We got one of the great guys of all the Dallas Metroplex with Dalworth cleaning in the studio. This guy's forgotten more than we'll ever know. So carry on, Theril, on the cleaning aspect of it.
Well, I want to ask Clark another tough question. What separates Dalworth from the other cleaning companies? Don't they all just work out of a truck anyway?
I want you to answer that by saying you want the whole list of the top 10.
I mean,
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, you know, we joke about Chuck and the truck, and a lot of these cleaning guys, that's what they do. They work out of the truck. I mean, so what's the difference?
Well, there's lots of things. I'm going to start off with education. Our experience is most people that are out there in this business have what we like to say is 10 years of 6 months experience, and that's pretty fierce. They learned a little bitty bit, and then they've been doing it for a long time, and they haven't changed anything. And you can usually tell that when they get confronted with what Theril likes to say is a really challenging situation, like that story you told about earlier. Sorry, that's the best I can do. Well, whenever I hear a guy say that, I know right away that he probably doesn't know very much.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
Because there's always lots more you can do. It's just a matter of how hard you want to work and what things you want to try. But the other big difference is going to be the equipment. Once you start talking about really professional grade equipment, I mentioned that earlier, 15 to 20,000 just for the main machine. That's going to be beyond the reach of most people in our industry. And so they come out there with these little bitty machines, and they're not very good. So you can't really expect much result from them. They're cheap.
Yeah.
But you didn't get the water out, so you didn't get the dirt out. So what's the point?
Theril, don't you have a little $25 coupon you give away to people when they come to your store for Dalworth?
We sure do. I'll answer that.
All right, please do.
Whether you buy anything or not, for thank you for coming into our store. We're going to get everybody a free $25 certificate, and that's for any cleaning that Dalworth does.
It's like $25 of Dalworth cash or Dalworth dollars.
Yeah, Dalworth dollars.
It's just like money.
Yeah.
That's the way we look at it. So we're happy to do that with Floors.
Now, let me ask you this. You don't just clean carpet.
Oh, no.
Do we want to address, Theril, the other types of cleaning that's going on, or do you have a checklist of how you want to go do this?
Well, I mean, we can ask him. Let's ask him quickly about restoration, because a lot of people have fire and water damage,
And
or
that's devastating.
one or the other. If you have a fire, you're probably gonna have water damage as well. But a lot of people, their hot water might break, and it's like their hot water heater. They should have replaced it sooner, but they didn't, and now they've got a flood in their house. Well, you know, and it's larger than just spilling a gallon of water on the floor. So, you know, Clark, what should they do?
Well, the first thing, stop the flood. You know, that's number one.
Yeah.
You might need to call a plumber or something like that, or but stop the water source. Then the next thing, of course, is you need to minimize your damage. That's the thing that people often overlook. We get out there to try and fix these problems, and insurance companies get a little bit picky about that if you don't minimize the damage, right? So that's kind of one of these rules in a lot of insurance policies. If you don't stop the damage, they might not cover the loss. Yeah. So stop the damage, whatever that means. Get things picked up, moved out of the way, things like that. And then the next thing would be to give us a call. And we'll get out there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we have guys that do a spectacular job of getting all that water out of there, but more importantly, getting the structure dry. You know, you got a hot water heater up in the attic. It's bust, it's leaking, it's going down inside the walls and everything. And so a lot of people just think, oh, I need to pull my carpet up, but they aren't thinking about the insides of the walls getting all wet. Yeah, the sheetrock, the wood, everything else. Oh, we get in there later after it's a really stinky mess, and it's a lot harder to fix at that point. So things like that, those are real important steps to do.
So our $25 gift certificate applies to that.
It applies to anything we do. That's true.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Floors to Go Texas show, man. Go get your $25 gift ticket, 817-710-7030. Sorry, Theril, I had to throw that in.
It's okay. So Clark, if somebody's house catches on fire and they have all this water damage that has thousands and thousands of dollars, I want a picture of that person turning in this $25 gift certificate.
Absolutely. Do you only accept one $25 gift certificate per person?
I know, that's it.
Or if I got 40 of them, can I turn them in at one time?
One at a time. I know.
Yeah, carry on, Theril.
We did have a question several weeks ago. If their carpet does get wet, is it sometimes able to be restretched and put back down? Or what about the pad? Things like that.
Yeah, we're able to get that all dry, totally, completely dry. And
including the pad?
Yeah, including the pad, not a problem.
Interesting.
The only time we worry about the padding is if it's got a moisture barrier on it. That really inhibits the drying, so we might have to replace that. Or if there's and I hate to say this word, a sewage backup. Yeah, and it's all got to go, that kind of stuff. But in general, if you have just a nice clean water issue and you can get that cleaned up pretty quickly, we can save the padding also.
Nice. I did not know that. It's one of those I didn't know that moments.
So when it's all done, it looks fantastic and it's in great shape.
Yeah, we've had people in our store that had a city problem, technically, that the city sewer backed up and it pushed up into their house.
Yeah.
It would literally push people. People don't realize that can happen. In the older neighborhoods, cities can have problems and literally push the water back up in the house and come out of the tub, come out of the toilets, the showers,
everything.
Whatever's the lowest point.
Yep.
It's going to come out of. And it's not a very pleasant thought, but Dalworth can help correct those problems.
Yep.
So
if the house burns down, literally, we do all the way from full-blown reconstruction to somebody's turkey burned in the oven and stunk up the entire house. We fix that. Or even if somebody just purchased a home and it's got a really bad odor of some kind, cigarette smell, pet odors, things like that, we fix all those things too. All kinds of stuff, yeah.
So do you clean the ductwork also?
We do. We offer that service. And that's usually when people have allergy concerns or dust concerns, things like that. That's a really great service. What I always like to tell customers, though, is we'll stick a camera up there in the duct system and you can see what's up there. A lot of times they don't need cleaning. Sometimes you go, oh my goodness, what did we find here?
Yeah, and that comes of years and years.
Years of
and I'll tell you something, Clark. Tell me if I'm wrong, though. When you're talking about ducts like that, one of the things to prevent that is to change your air filter.
Change your filter.
Yes.
Yep. Once a month.
Once a month. I'm just telling you, it's like changing oil in your truck.
Yep.
You got to do it, and it's you got to keep it maintained.
Changing diapers on your kid too.
Yeah, well, there's a good analogy. There's a good analogy.
This is visual radio, folks.
That's right. Try to make it memorable.
Yeah, so drapes.
Draperies, yeah.
Yes, you clean that, don't you?
We do, yeah. The big issue there, of course, is dust and then cooking oils or other things accumulate on those drapes over the course of years. And people have beautiful drapery fixtures in their home. And then one day they look up and like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're happy to do those. The challenge on draperies though is we get these calls all the time where maybe a cat or a dog is discovered the drapes as an area.
Yeah. For the 3 Ps.
Yeah, there you go. That's
a good safe place, huh?
Yeah, I wish we knew a way to fix that. The problem is
it's called a shock collar.
I leave that up to the owner.
No, I'll play it.
Yeah,
Bleep that from the show.
there you go.
Poor Winston.
Yeah.
But that's a problem we don't know how to fix. Uh-oh.
Guys, I'm getting ready to have to come to break here. If you're just joining
We
us
got
this
Willie in
Saturday
trouble
night,
already.
this is the Floors to Go Texas show. And in all sincerity, I want you to go out and see them. They have all kinds of flooring materials. You name it, bathrooms, rugs, carpeting, installers. My goodness, you get 40 years of experience with Theril. All you got to do is go out to 5212 Airport Freeway. And by the way, I'm going to repeat. You got a couple of big billboards now, Theril. If you're going down 121 headed towards Fort Worth, one of them says a room without a rug is like a kiss without a hug.
Yes.
Lady laying on a carpet, right?
Yes.
And by the way, if you'll remember that and walk into 5212 Airport Freeway, then you'll get a free 8x10 rug. If you're coming out of Fort Worth, what does the other one say?
Says put your feet to the floor and get to the store.
Put your feet to the
It's got a
floor
pair of tennis shoes on there.
and get to the store. You know, there's over 185,000 homes in the Dallas Metroplex that need to have upgrades in it. And what Floors to Go does is whether it's your carpet, it's your kitchen, it's your backsplash, it's your bathroom that needs to be redone, Theril has the knowledge and can point you in the right direction. 817-710-7030. Again, 817-710-7030. If you want to email him, radio@floorstogotexas.com. I've got to go to break, Theril.
Yes, sir.
When we come back, can Dalworth clean wood floors? We're going to ask Clark all about that when we come back. Is that right?
That's
You know
right.
it,
I'm
sir.
ready. I'm
you
ready.
know it, friend. We'll be back in the patented Willie Skosh.
We need to thank Chad for
How we doing?
Yes, I've already thanked him on the chat, but trying to thank Chad that just joined us. We've got a number of folks that have joined us on live stream on YouTube.
yeah. Be sure to say they like, so we see those thumbs come across.
Well,
we
and
like that.
And we know there's a bunch of avenues to watch YouTube live out there. Just do us a favor when you're done with watching on there. Use another medium item to get online to like the page and or subscribe so that you'll see when we come live again.
Yeah, and if they don't have a question or they can't type it to us, call the store. We'll be happy to answer questions at the store too. So
It's these two. I'm sorry.
we like helping people.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it. Here to back.
So we're
You're pretty tough to talk to, though, Dana. I mean,
why is that? My security group is too tight.
no, I'm just saying. You don't seem very friendly to
No,
me.
actually,
No,
So, Theril,
not.
we do this segment to tease the last segment.
Yeah.
What are you going to talk about?
Well, that's a good question. The last, or we're going to talk right now about cleaning. The last segment could be how to reduce dust in the home.
Well, wood floor cleaning. We didn't do that, did we?
No, we're about to do the wood floor
Okay.
cleaning. What I'm saying is, and I'm not sure how long that will last, but we
Okay.
can talk about that and try to save how to reduce dust in the home and pet spots and odors and how to eliminate them.
Just FYI, when
Yes.
you're talking,
Yes.
remember in your mind that if you run out of topic on hardwood floors, you go back to the benefits of your store.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
You
Right.
go keep
Makes
going
us
back.
great.
Keep
Sure.
going
Absolutely.
back.
We
Absolutely.
need 60-day guarantee also on this one.
Roger that, Maureen.
And how many minutes we have in this last one?
10 and a half and 10 in the last.
Okay.
So this is actually
Tex,
number
how we
3.
doing over there for listenership?
Almost 100.
Ooh,
Good.
that's good.
That's good. Thank you all for joining us. I
Yeah.
really appreciate it. This is actually a very fun segment that we're doing today.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have another professional in the studio with us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Willie, you're glad Willie's here.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I got to remember the 70-30 rule. It's in the back of my head.
A good friend of mine did say that professional is a relative term.
Yeah, it is a relevant term.
And Clark Winston is his dog.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
We're not going to have no issues with Winston using the Drex.
Okay.
He'll be walking on his hind two legs.
Okay.
Winston's spoiled. Oh my goodness.
Oh, look at this. Look, I'm going to show you something.
Winston is a prize-winning dog.
This is Winston. It just came over. That's what Winston's doing right now.
Oh my goodness.
He's all cuddled up. You need to get him a bigger
He
pillow.
thinks he's a lap dog. That's at the clinic.
You need to get him a
Yeah,
bigger
but
pillow,
he's
man.
down a little bit.
Yeah, I've shed some weight on that dog.
He has. Well,
You got to
He
show
was-
that picture on the camera so people can see Winston.
he's pretty plump. He was plump.
That's a very nice thing for you. You said it very nicely.
I didn't say he was really
Please.
fat.
He waddles when he walks.
Please don't offend Will.
That is the most full doggy bit I've ever seen.
No kidding.
It's just a small one. He needs
Okay,
a
we'll do
one.
wood floors and come back.
For everybody on
Man,
Facebook, we're having way too much fun here. So I hope you're
All
enjoying
right.
it.
Everything's cool, Tex?
Everything is great.
3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Floors to Go Texas show this Saturday night. I first of all want to thank you, our listener, for joining us. Remember, my old buddy Theril Williams up here has got a little fever, and you're going to put him to the test. A room without a rug is like a kiss without a hug. You walk into 5212 Airport Freeway in Haltom City. You walk in that front door and you say that saying, a room without a rug is like a kiss without a hug. And you're going to get a free 8x10 rug. This is where I really think you need a cool towel on your forehead. It's about a $600-800 value. You get that free, friend, when you go to 5212 Airport Freeway.
So we have 9 colors to select from. It has a hand-carved border all the way around the outside of the rug.
And it's wool.
Yeah, it's about an 80-ounce wool rug. That's a very heavy weight. There's no skimpy thing.
However, I don't want that to be the only reason you and your family go to Floors to Go Texas. This company out here has every kind of product known to man to make sure your home becomes better when you upgrade it. Live in the studio is our buddy Clark with Dowworth and wood floors. Can
Yes,
you
sir.
clean them?
Sure, you can clean them. That brings up a whole interesting subject there, Willie.
Yeah.
A lot of people clean their wood floors with these products that you get in the grocery store. And unfortunately, you're making faces at me.
I have a story when you say
Okay.
products in a grocery. My first flip property I ever did, I did not know Theril.
Okay.
We bought the hardwood floors at a big box store. We had a not so good installer, right?
Oh no.
And you know what he cleaned the floor with?
No.
WD-40.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was wiping that floor down with. Look how nice it looks.
Yeah, I
It
bet.
smelt.
Yeah.
It looked nice, but the next day, not so good.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No. Wow.
True story, Theril. I never told you that.
Oh.
Do not clean your floors with WD-40.
Oh
No.
my gosh.
No, we can't fix that either. That's a whole other problem.
Oh
yeah.
gosh.
But a lot of people clean it with these products that contain just a little bitty bit of acrylic wax.
Mhm.
So what happens is you clean the floor and it looks good. It puts a little shine on there, and then however long later you do it again and again and again, and that keeps on going for a while. And the next thing you know, your beautiful, gorgeous wood floor that you got from Theril at Floors to Go doesn't look so good anymore.
Yep.
Is it kind of cloudy?
It's kind of cloudy. That's right.
Mine had a white film over it after a
Exactly.
while.
That's exactly what it looks like. Kind of like a white film, and that's acrylic that's now way too thick. And to get that stuff off, I don't think it's possible for just your average person to get that off the floor.
Yeah.
So we have to come in, and when you're removing that, you have to be careful not to damage the polyurethane finish underneath. But we can get that acrylic wax off the floor, and usually the floor looks brand new again when we're done. It looks spectacular.
Yeah.
So people have these wood floors, and they're thinking, "Oh my gosh, I need to get a new wood floor." Not that I'm not trying to not keep from stealing Theril. I'm not trying to do that, but sometimes just taking that acrylic wax off makes them look almost new again. It's
Sure.
fantastic.
Well, thanks for putting that in there. I mean, honestly, when you come to Floors to Go, I have been in a lot of homes and people wanted me, I was there to measure for something in a certain area. And they will ask me about this other area. Do you think I need to replace this? And I start asking them questions. Let's just say they came into the store for a living room and something down the hallway. But then when I get there, they say, do you think I should replace this carpet in the bedrooms? And I always ask them questions about who lives there, how do you use these bedrooms, and whatever. And quite honestly, if it doesn't look like it needs to be replaced, I tell them, it doesn't look like it needs to be replaced. We're not there just to sell somebody something and take their money. Because I want them to get really good advice from us so that they will come back or they will refer their friends to us. We are here to educate people and help them be a good steward of the money that they're spending. But back over to this hardwood thing.
Yeah.
Yes, we probably have some stories to share with cleaning the wood floors with the wrong product. And actually there are a few products, even in the flooring industry, that if it's put on long enough, it'll put a different kind of sheen on it, or it'll leave a little bit of a cloud film to it. We had Kermit Walker on here, who was a certified flooring inspector, and he is a good friend of mine because I've known him since the mid '80s, and he says he always goes into a lady's house and say, what are you cleaning this with? And she goes and gets it, and he holds it up and he says, what color is this liquid? And whatever the color of the liquid is, she's going to say it's blue, green, pink, whatever. And he goes, well, that's what you got on your floor. And he brings out a bottle of something else. I'm not going to mention what it is. And he says, what color is this? She says, well, that's clear. He says, that's what you need to be putting on your floor. If it's made for the floor and it's clear, chances are you're not going to have this kind of buildup on there. We can help get you those right products if you come to Floors to Go, Texas. But I had a horror story. It wasn't my story. A friend of mine bought a house, and I went over to her house, and she wanted me to do some carpeting, and I did the carpet work, and she says, what do you think about these floors? I said, these floors are nice. She says, well, I think they need a little more shine on them. I said, they're just fine. Don't mess with them. They look good. Well, my dogs run around here, and I don't want them to scratch them. Well, newsflash, wood scratches and wood dents. But she didn't listen to me. She went out, she got Chuck in a truck to come out and clean her hardwood floor and put something shiny on there. She calls me up about a year later, and because this guy's been out there like 2 or 3 times to do treatments to her floor, and she's saying, Theril, I've just got this horrible product on my floor. She didn't say it like that. She says, my floors look terrible. Can you come out here and look at them? I get out there, and some guy has put something else on her floor to make it really shiny.
Yep.
And every time they walk on it, every time the dog gets on there, it's scratching the goo or whatever it is they put on there. The buildup of all this stuff. And she says, how do I get this off of here? I says, you kind of have to have it stripped.
You call Dalworth.
And you're going to spend money to do it. She goes, she was throwing a big fit because she paid all this money to get this guy to do it. And he should, her words were, he should have known what he was doing. I said, yeah, but you should have called me first.
Yeah.
I could have helped him.
Don't let that be your story. Call Theril first, 817-710-7030. 817-710-7030. I got a question for you, Theril.
Okay.
You've been 40 years in the business. Can you top the WD-40 story?
Well, we had that big house in Mira Vista, and we put down that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful floor, and the cleaning ladies came through, and it changed colors after they cleaned it.
They probably cleaned it with Comet.
Yeah, I don't know what they cleaned it with, but yeah, I forgot about that particular story. Yeah, they changed the color of the floor.
Oh, we see that kind of stuff all the time. Where we had a story up in Plano, a beautiful house, and the cleaning people had been using a product that contained some bleach, and we got up there, and there were all these bleached out areas on their new carpeting.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so in that case, we're able to actually recolor the carpet and save the day, but sometimes you can't.
So in this case that y'all are talking about, cleaning folks, would it be wise to tell homeowners that, how do you coach your cleaning lady to clean hardwood floors with something other than WD-40 or something you buy at the big box
No,
stores.
I have the
How do
answer.
you coach them?
Yeah, well, have you call Theril,
Mm-hmm.
get the advice he's going to give you, and then you select the products that your cleaning people are going to use in your home.
There you go.
Do not let them bring in whatever they use, wherever they use that kind of stuff. It's your house. It's your belongings and contents. So you tell them what to use.
Yeah.
That's a
how you do it.
that's a big amen.
I think that's so important because so innocently, the cleaning people are trying to do a good job, and
They
they
are.
have passed down methods probably over the ages that it's like, you know, having your tile guy go to Montpellier to get certified,
Right.
you know,
That's right.
education. So there you go.
It's another read the instructions.
I got to go to break here. When we come back, you guys have a 60-day guarantee. I want to talk about that a little bit. I also want to thank our listener. This is where you come to make wise decisions about the flooring in your home. Floors to Go, Texas. They're at 5212 Airport Freeway. You say a room without a rug is like a kiss without a hug. I'll learn how to talk here in a minute. And you're going to get a free 8x10 rug. They're at 5212 Airport Freeway, 817-710-7030. And I'm telling you, friend, the 60-day guarantee is something, if you're thinking about buying flooring for your home, you want to go out and see these folks. You know what? I'll be back in a Willie Skosh.
Hey, I want to say thank you to Lonnie, who's
Yes.
joined us on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello, Lonnie. I appreciate you coming in here. And who else we got in here?
Well, and Leo's joined us on YouTube. And so if anybody is enjoying what they're seeing here, please hit that like button or the subscribe button, as well as on the Floors to Go page. If you like our page, you will get notifications when we go live on Facebook. And if you hit subscribe on YouTube, you'll get notified when we go live on YouTube.
And I think, did we say hello to Chad?
Yeah, we
Yes,
said
we
hello
said
to
hello to
Chad, but
Chad.
if you can say it again.
Hello, Chad.
On
Thanks
on
for hanging in
Twitch, just hit subscribe as well to the page, and you will get notified when we go live.
So I hope our Facebook folks are having fun listening to this show, because really maintenance in a house is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Because Clark and I both see what happens when you don't pay attention to the maintenance. I see it on commercial properties all the time. As a matter of fact, it's probably worse on commercial properties, my guess. I don't know, but a lot of these companies. I had a very large, prominent company in Fort Worth begin to complain about some brand new carpet I had put down, and commercial carpet now, and 100% nylon, and they began to kind of complain about what was going on, and they were experiencing some kind of spotting issue. And of course, the first question I'm asking is, who does the cleaning? They go, well, we do it in house. And I say, can I see your equipment? And they got one of these little walk behind machines.
Oh no.
They got one of these walk behind machines. They walk behind these big long corridors, and I'm looking at the machine and I'm going, you probably need a new machine, and you probably need a guy that needs to be trained about cleaning carpet.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you have to be a detective, and they couldn't imagine why
That's a good
they
word.
were getting spots on the carpet at one end of the hall and no spots on the other end of the hall.
What about that well-known university that had the huge hallways that were all so soiled, right, from the remodeling that they'd done, and that other cleaning company could not get it
That's
fixed up?
true. That was a big
Yeah,
one.
That was a big
Yeah,
job.
That's
Yeah.
right. I was gonna get there. Thank you for
Okay.
reminding me.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Golly.
But I had to figure out that this one company, that this one particular, this is a university. It's not the same company we're talking about. They had these mystery spots that were all over the place, and they thought they were spilling coffee and sloshing stuff on there. They couldn't get it cleaned. Couldn't get it clean because they didn't know how to get it clean. And I literally went outside and looked at the sidewalk, and they had this giant, 100-year-old pecan tree out there. And as the students walked in, they were stepping on the fresh pecan juice and walking the pecan juice oil, which is an oil, in and getting this oil deposits on their carpet, and it looked nasty. And I said, this is not a cleaning issue. I said, first of all, you need to arrest all these all these pecans falling off the trees. As soon as you'll need to step up your cleaning area outside, get the stuff cleaned inside. You'll see how much cleaner it gets inside. Now, they took my advice, and they did that. But I mean, sometimes people aren't aware of what they're bringing in the building.
Yeah, you're right.
And then there was this other university. I'm just going to tell you, it was Texas Christian University, and they called me. Which we love. They, I have a daughter that went there and graduated, licensed interior designer, and I've been doing work out there for over 25 years. And they had a construction company come in there and remodel something in part of their gymnasium area. It was some offices and things, and so they put down some plastic.
Trying to be good.
They put down some plastic with adhesive on the back of it, so the contractors could walk in and walk out. Now, what the contractors didn't know is that's good stuff to put down there as long as you don't leave it down for over about 14 days. Once again, I have to read the box. And they left it down there for about 60 days or whatever to do this construction. And when they pulled it up, all the sticky residue had migrated off the back of this stuff that looks like saran wrap, let's say, and it migrated onto the top of the carpet. And then the carpet has this extra sticky on there. So you can just imagine it's cleaning the feet of everybody in the building. Yeah. So now you have this sticky residue. Well, another big company in the Metroplex went out there to try to clean it, and they couldn't get it clean. So they called Theril. Guess who I called? I called Clark. That was it. It was a call.
Done.
They called me. I called Clark once and done, and he gets it clean. I'm going to tell you, he gets it clean.
Listen to you guys. I'm going to say this for our Facebookers, then I'm going to say this on the air. You remember when you were a kid and came down? I operate on a common sense basis on a lot of things. When you're a kid, your mom told you, wipe your feet before you come into the house. Right? You had a little rug out there that says, wipe your paws before you walk into this house. That's a common sense thing that a lot of people don't. I think you're right, Theril. There's a lot of responsibility of a homeowner to keep the upkeep on the home. Right. There's one of the little things you can do. So, people are probably going, duh, Willie.
Yeah, but some commercial buildings don't know they should have walk-off
carpet.
No.
I know.
They really don't.
Yeah, we've had to help commercial carpet buildings talk them into putting a walk-off area. It protects their other investment. Yeah. And you can change out this walk-off area. And it's a carpet that's designed to sort of scrub the bottom of your feet as you walk along.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So,
all right, we're going to talk about when we come back here, dust in a home. Is that what you're talking about?
Sure.
And how many minutes do we have?
10 minutes.
Okay.
So I really need to wrap it up at about 9.
Okay.
This is segment 4?
This is 4.
My,
how it goes fast when you're having a good time.
Flying through here.
Yeah.
All right.
You're doing good, Clark.
Okay.
Ready? Roger that. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Floors to Go Texas show this Saturday night. We thank you for joining us. By the way, a room without a rug is like a kiss without a hug. Free rug when you go to 5212 Airport Freeway and you say that little saying. Now, Theril.
Yes, sir.
We try to do this each week, but I want you to talk a little bit about, or just remind our listener, what the 60-day guarantee is.
The 60-day guarantee virtually is this: if we have Floors to Go products that are labeled Floors to Go in our store, and if you buy anything with Floors to Go label on it, we can give you a 60-day satisfaction guarantee that if we install it in your home and you don't like it, we'll pull it back up. Now, having said that, see store for details, but we literally on hardwood and a ceramic tile, we'll pay the labor to pull it up and put it back down. I know it's a big, bold statement. Carpeting, the homeowner has to share the cost of having it relaid again, but they're not having to buy new carpet. So if they pick, a color that's too dark and they want to go lighter, that's okay. However, we really never had to use that. It's just a satisfaction that we're going to do the right job for the consumer and we're not going to rush through this deal and do what I call a high pressure sales. You got to buy this thing today because it's one price and it's going to be higher tomorrow. We don't use any of those high pressure closing techniques. And if we do our job properly, we have asked all the questions. We know everything about the homeowner in terms of how they live on their floor, how they use their home, to whether they entertain or they're, you know, I don't want to say hermit, but they could be retired and just enjoying life. And the husband goes to play golf every day, and he's out of the house not tracking in mud. You know, the lady has some friends that play bridge or something. But anyway, we should ask enough questions to let everybody know and let us know that we're helping them select the right products, because we have so many things that can go into a home. And the number one problem in the Metroplex for problems is on floors. This is verified by Kermit Walker, our certified inspector.
I remember.
And several other reps, is that the people complain about the floor that was installed because it was a wrong product sold to that consumer for that area of the house. They should have had a different quality, a better quality, a whole different product. And so we want to make sure we get the right product in the home, so they're not having to buy something twice, if that makes sense. So 60-day guarantee is just a satisfaction.
But may I comment on that? Yeah, about the right product. We get a deal with the carpet, you know, over the years after somebody may have purchased it from Theril or from somebody else. And so here's my little spiel on the right type of carpeting. There's several different fiber types that a carpet's made from. And so when you have somebody like Theril and the people at Floors to Go, they can answer those questions so you pick the right fiber type.
Yep.
We see it all the time where a customer purchased polyester carpeting, put it in high traffic areas in their home, and now I'm sorry, we just can't save it. It's not a good fiber type for high traffic areas in a home. So if you get somebody who's not interested in making sure you've got the right product, you're going to have some carpet that's not going to be looking very good in just a couple of years, and all that money's going to have been wasted. So people like Theril who've got all that experience, they can really save you a lot of headaches.
Absolutely. That's what this show's about.
And a question on that: if you know it's not going to clean well, do you go ahead and clean it, or do you tell them beforehand what it's the type of material that's matted down?
Well, we can always get the soil out. We don't have any problem getting dirt out. Our problem is we can't regrow carpeting. So if the fibers are all messed up and flattened out and things like that, we can get them clean, but it's real hard to make them look pretty again.
Yeah. Here's what the listening audience may not be aware of, but it happens in their house. I can tell a polyester carpet when I walk into a house. I can teach a homeowner what they have if they don't know. All you have to do is go to the high traffic area and look at the path that everybody walks in. And get a good, kind of not a photographic memory, but take a good mental picture of what that is. Now let's go over to the wall where nobody walks and see how much distortion difference is between the traffic pattern that people walk on and over next to the wall where nobody walks. If it looks drastically different, you do not have a quality carpet. You do not have a nylon. Today, nylon is still it's right up there with wool in terms of high quality, performance, and what a lot of people don't realize is that they only use nylon seat belts. They don't make polyester seat belts. You know why? It's because they're not strong. Nylon is the strong fiber. We carry a huge line of Stainmaster, which is nylon, which also has other things in there. Especially they've invented a special nylon just for pets, for Winston.
Pet protection.
Winston the dog. But just keeping things serviced and clean. Anyway, I don't want to get too far off, and this is not a show about necessarily nylon or necessarily carpet, but just to let you know. And that's interesting coming from him because he sees it all the time. And yes, nylon holds its twist. We tell people, why is a twist important? Or somebody may say this, and Kermit Walker really kind of had a really good illustration. Women curl their hair with a hard curling iron, and you can't get the iron too hot, and you have to get it warm enough so it'll hold a curl. Well, the problem that people don't know is that nylon has a higher melting point than polyester, so they can't heat the polyester very high to get this twist. The twist is what holds the curl, if you will, or the twist. And so when that comes unwound, it starts packing like crazy and what we call uglying out.
Ugly and
Yeah,
Uglying out.
that is an official flooring term.
Is that a Texas term?
That's a Texas term when the carpet uglies out. And everybody knows it. They go, honey, it's time to buy some carpet. This is ugly out.
There you go.
So let's let Clark tell us a little about how to
I think
do
Tex
some of
has
these
a
other things.
question.
Oh,
Yeah,
Tex.
well, yeah, actually, we have a lot of viewers, over 150 so far, and we
Right.
had somebody on YouTube that actually has said, Floorpedia is coming across as honest man he is.
Ooh, that's great.
If you don't need it, he will say it.
That's right.
Very good.
I
Floorpedia.
don't know who said that, but yes, that's true.
Thank
That's
you.
a true statement. Okay, we don't have much time left.
Do this one because
Clark?
I want to know how
Yeah.
to do
Clark,
that.
how do we reduce the dust in the home?
Well, get your carpet clean. That's the number one thing. Carpet is the largest filter you've got in your home. Does a great job of getting the dust out of the air, but you got to clean it. Earlier we were talking about changing your air filters, right, for your duct system. Well, the same thing with carpeting. Clean that carpet. Another thing you can do is clean the air duct system, right? If it's been years and years and years, you're almost guaranteed to have a whole bunch of dust up there in that system that just needs to be cleaned
You guys
out.
run a camera up in there.
Yeah, we'll put a camera up there if the customer wants us to, and we find some pretty amazing things inside the duct system. So, so that's another way to do it. But on that note, though, we have a service that we love to do. It's we call it Extreme Clean, and that's where we will go into a home and literally we call it 3D cleaning, from the ceiling to the floor and everything. We get the dust out of the house, and we'll bring in an industrial hygienist and measure the dust levels before and after. And it's almost clean room quality clean by the time we're done.
Wow.
So yeah, it's wow. We've had people with severe allergies and things like that be completely relieved because we get their homes that clean. So getting rid of dust is a big deal, but the number one thing to do, clean your carpet.
Yeah,
Number
clean your
one.
carpet, vacuum it, vacuum it
Vacuum on a regular basis. Great thing
on
to
a
do.
regular basis.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, friend. You can go to Floors to Go, Texas, at 5212 Airport Freeway and get your $25 gift certificate and get one of these ultimate cleanings by Clark over here. And it's well worth it. 817-710-7030. I'm fixing to have to take it to the top of the hour. And Clark, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Will you come back to the Floors to Go Texas show as a repeat offender?
Only if Dana asks me.
Only if Dana asks you.
That's right.
Well, I want to
Later.
thank I want to thank Theril for all the knowledge he's been giving our Dallas Metroplex. Dana, thank you. Tex, thank you. And friend, I want to thank you, our listener, for joining us. And I'm going to close this hour out by saying, if you've been to the big box stores and have done some shopping for flooring, think about what I'm about to tell you. Friend, Floors to Go Texas has twice the space and 10 times the choices, product if you will, and can beat any box store's pricing any day. Go see my friends at Floors to Go Texas, 5212 Airport Freeway, Haltom City, or you can go to www.floorstogotexas.com. Hit them on the bat line, 817-710-7030. Again, 817-710-3030. That's a wrap. I'm out. I'll see you next weekend, same time, same place. Thank you for joining us.